Hey guys, and welcome to today's episode where I'll try to fix my broken PC. That's because I pretty much suspect I have a PSU problem. So I'll show you what's happening with it, and basically I'll show you how we are going to replace what I suspect to be a faulty PSU. Why do I think it's a faulty PSU? Well, every time I put a load on it, it basically, well, does this. Oh yeah, this is great. Hey, there we go. Hey, that's it. Take a look. So as you can see, the RAM is still on, so there's definitely power in this machine still. And if I try to power on the machine or the PC, yeah, nothing happens. I basically have to go over to the back, switch it off completely, wait a few seconds until those lights go out. There we go. Maybe try and discharge the whole system by holding in the power button for a few seconds with the system being switched off. There we go. And well, basically now I can put the PSU back on and turn the computer on. And well, everything just works out nicely. Like normal once again. But this is the symptom that I have. And I really suspect that the problem is this PSU right here. It basically shuts off by itself. Or it kind of shuts off. It's in limbo, so to say. And I have to manually switch it off, hold it off, put it back on. And then, well, you know, you can actually do this until the PSU just blows up. So let me just demonstrate for you what's happening whenever I try to play, well, a game and put a load on it. And then we'll just get on with the teardown and put the new... Yes, that's why this was here. Not sponsored, because my channel is never sponsored. But a Corsair 1000 watts PSU, because, well, that's 750 watts. Maybe it's like the horsepower of a very old car. It doesn't have 750 watts anymore. Can't take the load of this beefy 3090, which of course can use more than 300 watts easily whenever you're cranking it. Now, I know what you're gonna say, that, well, did you try to solve it by checking the connections? Well, I did. I actually did check all the connections a bunch of times. It's not from that. And, well, it seems to me that, well, there is an obvious issue with the 750 watts connect power supply from Seasonic, because this is what I have in this PC right here, where people on Reddit actually complain about random PC shutdowns, like I have, and maybe just overall instability issues. I've also used MSI Afterburner to basically do some OC on my GPU by basically limiting the power, and that seemed to work-ish at times, although I still have random shutdowns. So I basically think that this PSU is really struggling with the Ampere GPU. I've seen a guy who was actually complaining about the 3080 Ti. This is the 3090, which uses a lot of watts. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a basic swap out of the PSU and go with its Corsair RM1000. So this is a 1000 watts power supply, which I definitely think is going to fix my issue. Have you had similar problems with your PSU? Or how did you fix it? What was the problem? Are you running a 750 watts power supply and having a problem with a Seasonic product? Well, you know what? Leave your comments down in the box below. I'm pretty sure other people might be interested about this topic. So let's just tear it down now and get to swap out this PSU for the one we have right here. We'll just get a standard Phillips screwdriver. There we go. And we'll get to town. First of all, I'll show you around. Yes, you already know this side. And this is the other business side. So this right here is the Seasonic 750 watts. This is the, well, modular power supply. Because, well, of course. And there are a bit of, you know, leads that we have to take off and a bit of cables that we have to undo. A bunch of them right here. If you are wondering, this is, hold on a sec. Okay, well, let's get this out. This is the main, well, I should say not the main unit, but this is where all the cables actually go from the power supply to the case. And as I said before, there are a bit of magnets here on the back holding it all together. Yeah, let's take this out. And I can basically open up this because we'll have to remove some cables. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. And of course, don't want to lose this screw to the 5th dimension or the 6th. Sometimes it can be challenging to find out which and where they go. All right, here we go. Remove this. Let's remove this panel here, and voila, access to the rat's nest. Yes, that's where all the rats are living. Okay, so now we'll have to remove the business end from here. And there's some just loosey bits here. Because, well, this comes with a handy dandy pull-out drawer, so that's pretty nice. Okay, and just pull it out. So as I've mentioned before, this is the Seasonic Connect, as you can see here. Yeah, one clean solution, 750. It comes as a whole pack, basically like this, and with all the cables included. And yeah, this is what we are going to, well, replace today, because this is not doing its job. Let's go for the main subject, the power supply itself. Not sponsored once again, so this is just me buying out a power supply because, well, my PC actually needs one. Nothing fancy, pretty normal. Power on off, that's it. And a lot of ports here, if you're wondering. So yes, you got a lot of PCIe gens here with the CPU connectors, the SATA ports. Yeah, I think this should be, well, cutting it for our needs in this PC. So let's get to install this and see how it is going to actually perform. The problem is that I'm gonna have to swap out probably some of the leads, or I would say the cables here, because, well, they're not gonna reach their intended target, which is gonna be a bummer, but yeah, we'll have to do it. Let's start off with the GPU here. That's all nice and disconnected. That's out, this is out, these are out. All right. Okay, let's remove this CPU power connectors. They're way too short for what we need. These are, by the way, the cables that came with the Seasonics, so yeah, they're a bit on the short side. And as I've said about the power connector for the motherboard actually has to come out as well. There we go, very short as well. Now it goes off to the side. And these are the leads that go well to the GPU. Okay, so now we have basically removed them, which makes, or should make my job easier. Now I'll just use the one from the pack. So before we move on, if you have one of these shrouds where you have these screws that are not going anywhere and you can just tighten them and loosen them by hand, we'll have to transfer over the shroud over to the new PSU because obviously this doesn't come with one. So let's just go ahead and, well, take our screwdriver, the standard Phillips head, and remove, well, 4 bolts or screws holding it in. There we go, that's out. Now we're gonna take our sweet time and put it on the other one. Alright, so now that we have the shroud on the new PSU, I'll go ahead and try to reassemble everything. And by try, I mean I'll put everything together. One connector here. It comes with these 2 leads that are attached. Alright, so next up is the CPU. As you can see, all the cables are really nicely labeled. So this goes on the CPU. It is labeled CPU. Let's get to open it up and attach it to the CPU side. I'm going to actually need 2 of them, so one goes in here and I have another one, and go ahead and connect it to the CPU side again. They're actually keyed, so you can't really mess it up. It only goes in the correct slot. So the CPU bit, it's labeled as CPU, so this goes on the CPU, and the unlabeled bit goes on the back of the PSU, so you can't really screw it up. You can't put the CPU one on the socket here in the port for the power supply unit. So that's pretty nice from Corsair, or I should actually think that this is the standard. Alright, so when it comes to the PCIe, of course this is Gen 5 ready, so if you are running any sort of 40 series graphics cards, you are going to have the one, well, with this connector right here, the problematic connector for NVIDIA, but we are not going to use this one because I'm only running a 3090. So I'm going to be running the standard wire to it, the standard PCIe. So let's power on. Hey, it's alive. Ah, something's touching the fan. Not anymore. So here we have Fortnite. After everything is set up, definitely this power supply can handle it like a champ, because, well, look at that, 380, 390, occasionally more than 400 watts for this 3090. Definitely the Ampere GPU can be quite a power hog. No wonder my 750 watts power supply was crashing left and right. But no, and honestly, I was using MSI Afterburner and downgrading the power rating on the GPU with as much as 50%. So we were just hovering in the 220 watts range, and still it was crashing left and right. So definitely something wasn't right with my PSU. And as I've said before, I've seen on Reddit people actually complaining with the Ampere GPUs like the 3080 Ti's as well, that they have problem with the 750 watts Seasonic Connect power supply that I was using before. Anyway, this 1000 watts power supply definitely handles things like a champ. This is my third game already where I have my, my behind just handed to me by a bunch of kids. But that's pretty cool and awesome. That is part of the game and the fun. And yeah, if you have any thoughts and comments, you know guys what to do. Just leave them down there in the comment section down below. I'll get back to you guys as always. And thank you so much for choosing to watch today's video with me. Peace out. Bye-bye.